in midair and avoid the charge.
Lewis 3 for 4 from the free throw line.
Lewis' shot is airborne and no good.
Missed his last two.
Now Lewis, who just made that terrific shot on our replay and then missed the free throw shot from the outside, no good by Corey Brown. Rebound Robinson, he's the point guard. Great pass. Lewis layup, yes.
Wow, you gotta wonder.
One guy that can handle his pressure, I think, with the dribble.
You gotta wonder sometimes how these players see the teammate coming up on the weak side like that. He's dribbling with his right hand, looking at the basket all the way, and all of a sudden he just dishes off a blind pass almost to the trailing forward coming up, and Lewis was the beneficiary of that. A great assist.
Shot inside, good again. Boy, off the bench, Kurt Clark has really given them a big lift here in this.
Yes, he has. 9 points.
Clock was not running. 37 to 33. 8:19 to go in the in the first half, and John Nawada talking to the people at the press row about how much time is running off the clock. John doesn't mind officiating a nice 100-point game, but don't get paid for overtime unless it's tied at the end of regulation.
Well, what John was saying was that when Lewis shot that free throw and missed back at the other end, the clock was at 8:19, and a couple of things have happened since that time, and it's still 8:19.
Well, the rule of thumb usually is a home team, if they're down on the scoreboard, the clock could stand still. 37 to 33. The officials are discussing this here, Ben Blumen and John Nawada. And you saw Don Silveri in the picture as to how much time they're going to run off the clock. And now they're going to talk to the visiting coach, Rob Holford Jr. He'll leave it at 8:17, I guess. Well, the players get a couple extra minutes.
More shots. More shots, more action.
Well, you can count on one thing if you're a home team, though. Normally, if you've got the lead, then that clock will run. Into Robinson. Robinson triple team, but look at the speed and quickness he has. Great pass. Oh, good return pass.
Whoa.
And losing it was Nawara.
Oh, Nawara.
Turnover.
Couldn't believe how wide open he was apparently that time. They were making a nice run. They could have cut it down to 2.
Corner shot perfect by Middleton.
Well, they're saying a 2-pointer. 2-pointer for Middleton.
Fun type of basketball game.
Oh, this is incredible. Look at the points, and they got 7:50 to go. Well, the clock wasn't running for a while.
Stolen for 3. No, he's a little strong on that one. Bliss lost it off his leg. Looked like Bliss might have been shoved there by Keith Alvarez. No call was made. Nawara leaves the game. He's replaced by Chris Lewis. On the scoreboard, what do we have for scoring so far?
Well, just incredible. Chris Lewis with 12 points, Dave Skolin with 11. They really lead the team in overall scoring.
Now they lead the Daemen Warriors. The visitors have spread it out a little bit more. Here's a 3 for Alvarez. He's deadly. He missed that one. Bliss lost the rebound again, and Lewis picked it up.
Check that. Lewis had 15 points, excuse me, not just 12.
Lewis in trouble. Threw it away.
Easy steal.
Look at that reach there by 42 as he went up and got it. Clark. In the middle, Middleton cash. Boy, Middleton's a great shooter for a big guy.
Well, he has 11 points. Yes, he is big, too. 6'6". Kurt Middleton out of the Bronx. 6'6", a senior, 220-pounder.
Got a nice touch. Robinson on the dribble. Spin, 8-footer. No, it's not going to go. And Clark battling his teammate for the ball. Clark says, look, this is my first half. And here's a 3 for Brown. That's strong, no good. Boy, they have great athletes, this St. Thomas
Almost
club.
hit that guide wire up there.
Harris got the long rebound, takes a return pass from Brown, and he drops it into Clark. Big first half for Clark as he lays it in.
Game getting away from Daemen at this point. They're really down by 10 points. They're not in control here. A little bit of a push behind the play, and Robinson a little bit angry as he comes over the sideline.
Well, St. Thomas Aquinas has their largest lead of the game, 10 points, 43 to 33 with 6:30 to go in the first half, Frank. And one of the big stories here developing in the first half has been the play of Kurt Clark, a 6'6" player off the bench.
Off the bench, as you said, and number 42 playing with just 1 personal foul. Has done a nice job on the boards defensively, offensively, able to hit for some big shots. He has 11 points in this game, hitting on 5 2-point field goals and 1 free throw. Kurt Middleton with 11 points, hitting on 4 2-pointers and 1 3-point field goal. And Keith Alvarez hitting on 3 3-point field goals. And interesting matchup, as we said. Skolin is matched up a lot of times out on the court with Alvarez. And Alvarez and Skolin are two definite 3-point shooters. They hit from a long, long way out. And when they're out on the court together, they will be covering each other. But as you can see from Rob Holford's strategy so far in this contest, he'll move in 10 players. He'll play everybody. The only player we haven't seen yet, then what the heck? What the heck? Apparently that's the Warrior.
That's the Warrior. There he is.
Toughen up, big guy. We haven't seen the big guy yet in this ball game, though.
Can we get
There's
another shot of that Warrior?
A 7-footer, Darryl Fuller out of Ontario, California. He's a sophomore. He's not in the ball game just yet.
I'll tell you, you got to be young to dress up like that. Girls love it.
Well, there's other things besides being young that make you want to dress up like that.
The inbound play.
Nice break. Nice break of the press.
To Skolin. Skolin, though, is going to be doubled. Out to Edie and to Robinson. They just have the speed and quickness to be able to get back on the play. In the corner, 35 Lewis reverses the dribble to the right, spins, lays it up, and draws the foul. What a great move that was athletically.
Kurt Middleton with his third personal foul. One thing that Daemen has to watch is to avoid trying to get into too much of a one-man game where they're doing a little bit of showtime out there. And one player trying to do everything offensively and break through the defense. And they must maintain their composure out there and try as best they can
6:05
to stay in the ball game.
6:05 time remaining now. Shot good in the first half. Free throw made by Lewis. And that makes it 43-34. Daemen cuts the lead down to 9. They've made quite a few runs at St. Thomas Aquinas, but the visitors have matched them. Plus, every time there's been a Daemen charge. 43-35. He dropped them both in. And bring it up court. Brown inside Clark again. Clark's having a big first half.
Clark doesn't bring the ball down at all. He just keeps it way up into the air. It's tough to try and strip him of the ball because he's so tall as it is. But if he never bounces it on his move to the basket, it's tough to get a steal from him.
And the rebound comes to Bliss inside. He has it blocked, rejected there by Darryl Fuller.
Well, Fuller wasn't out there. It was number 42 with the block that time. Clark.
Shot was no good, and back the other way. Here's the layup, Robinson, good.
Good quick feet that time, his 7th point, helping his cause and his team's cause.
5 minutes and 10 seconds now left in the first half. Yeah, Fuller is in the game, Frank. The big guy, and it's batted away inside. They tried to get it to Clark.
Oh, there he is now. There you go. On that rebound, it was Clark, though, or the block, I believe. Wow, Fuller is tall, 7-footer. Lewis draws the defensive assignment. Lewis gives up a good 6 inches. At 6'6", he's one of the taller players out there. But for Daemen, but he's got to play a 7-footer.
And handling the ball ahead of the key is Sam Harris. Harris to Corey Brown. Daemen has cut the deficit from 10 to 8. Clark throws it up and missed it. Tough shot off of Bliss. And a turnover, and Clark lays it up and in. Bliss has had his hands on the ball a number of times, and he's lost it on those rebound situations. Have to maintain the ball. Lewis turns, wheels, and deals, and draws the foul.
Player down, a little slow to get to his feet, number 42, Kurt Clark, playing so well in this first half of basketball. Again, Daemen trying to keep that lead under 10 points. Lewis in this ball game with 17 big points already.
Now the problem has been for the big guy, Mike Bliss, who has been held scoreless. He has been getting good position and been getting his hands on a lot of the offensive and defensive rebounds, but then has either lost the ball or had it go off him for some reason. Could look at Lewis for the Warriors. He hits the shot. Boy, Lewis just a pure scorer.
Well, he's attempting now his 9th free throw of this first half. He's missed on just 2.
Second shot is missed.
6 of 9 now at the free throw line.
So if you could call a 9-point lead comfortable with this type of competition, that's where we're at. St. Thomas Aquinas leading 47-38. Big guy Fuller batted away from the big 7-footer Fuller. Here's Lewis, and it's off his knee. No, it's off of St. Thomas Aquinas out of bounds.
Boy, lucky play there. Corey Brown put a hand in and slapped the ball off of Lewis's leg. He thought he was going to get the call back the other way. Nice strip of Lewis, as Lewis had full intentions of taking the ball all the way to the basket.
Edie, long first half. Inside, Lewis missed. Tipped in by the little guy, Jeff Edie.
How did he get in there? 6-foot player. A senior, Jeff Edie, out of Hutch Tech High School.
Well, nobody boxed out Edie, and he tipped it in. 3:45 to go now. And here's number 20. Outside to number 32, Harris. Harris drops it inside to Marsh, and he threw it away. Rick Marsh seeing some playing action here in the last minutes of the first half for St. Thomas Aquinas running Spartans.
A little bit of a run here for the Warriors.
Yeah,
Daemen
field
has the
goal
lead
here
down to 7.
or a three-pointer. We'll get him right back in it. Skolin with the step to the hole, and he's fouled. That's like giving the other team 2 points, putting Skolin at the foul line.
Richard Marsh into the ball game for a minute there. You can tell with redhead player out there, number 22, down along the baseline, picks up the personal foul for the block. Daemen playing very controlled defensively, Walt. They've just picked up just 3 personal fouls so far in this first half.
Hamlet shot airborne is good. Now we hope to be talking to Don Del Bello, the athletic director, at halftime very quickly here at Press Roll. Second shot is also good for Skolin. Say, when you put a guy like Skolin at the free throw line, that's like giving away points.
Oh, no doubt about it. He's a pure shooter. He's done it all here. Hit a 2-pointer, hit 3 3-pointers.
Alvarez for 3, and that's short. Daemen getting right back in the game. Great pass. And the layup is missed. Wow, what a pass from Edie on the touch to Robinson.
Oh, Edie thought it was in the book already. Just see him put the hands up.
Yeah, Robinson
made a great pass.
Maybe waited a second too long to get that shot off.
May have had to get control of it. He probably never expected the pass to be there.
We have seen some great athletic moves from the players on the court in this first half. Watching these players play as the shot clock is down to 18 seconds. Marsh rifled it in the middle. They swing it around to Brown. They got to get a shot off. 10 seconds to go.
Conscious of it anyway.
And the bank shot good. Sam Harris. You would think this is their home gym the way they're shooting it off the glass here. And
really?
The rolls.
Super touch.
Cross court too far for Skolin. Turnover, Daemen.
15 turnovers on Daemen in the ball game.
Rough first half. Coach Don Silveri is going to have to go to the roll aids here at halftime, watching him to the left of us. Assisted by Tim Eberly. His assistant. We have the assistant people also for Robert Holford. We'll mention their names. Cross court, the big guy, Fuller, drops it inside, and the shot no good. Missed inside by 32 Harris, and it still belongs to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Assistant coaches for the St. Thomas Aquinas program, Victor Lorenzo, Jim Davis, and Frank Martin.
Inside, a foul called as the Daemen Warrior player reached in and fouled Corey Brown. Was called on Edie.
Foul number 21, Jeff Edie.
Daemen really not getting any kind of distribution scoring-wise. 3 players have primarily scored all their points. And 1 didn't start, Robinson. Pretty difficult. Shot is airborne and good. Weird situation. Brown hit the shot. You had 4 guys in a huddle for St. Thomas Aquinas near midcourt. And 1 guy shooting a free throw. Missed the second one. They did not line anybody up there for the offensive rebound. It's a little unusual.
50 points with 1:42 to go in the first half here.
Now, after Daemen made a little run, they got back. Skolin is short. He's short all the way on that one. And Bliss had it knocked off his hands. Again, Bliss had his hands on the ball.
Had possession of the rebound momentarily. A little bit of a tap on the ball. He tried to regain it, slipped out of his hands, and bounced off his knee. Bliss is going to sit down now, and they bring in the big guy, Alexander Nawara, a freshman.
Now, that's a tough one to see from press roll. It looked like Bliss might have had the ball knocked away, but they called it.
Official right on top of the play at a better angle, I think.
Right, they called it possession of St. Thomas Aquinas, and it went off a blitz.
Nice
Great
throw.
steal. I don't think he's going to miss this one. Robinson lays it in.
Robinson is very, very quick. Very, very quick. Made the
Big
most of that
possession
one.
here, heading towards the 1 minute mark remaining in the first half. Brown, a prayer, doesn't get it. And a traveling call. Alexander Noir went up, flipped over backwards, made a great athletic move, but traveled in doing so.
Wow, one of the strangest plays you'll ever see. Came down with the rebound, had a little bit of a bump, lost his balance. And now we get a call against Marsh, his second personal foul. So a turnover back the other way.
I say that Noir is an excellent athlete. He might be a better athlete than a basketball player. He's from Nigeria. I think Daemen will have another player from Nigeria joining their club shortly. Now the Warriors out getting some quality players.
One-on-one opportunity for Noir. He hasn't been to the line yet. Has not scored either.
High arcing shot is no good. In and out. Good steal by Edie. In trouble. Flips it back to Lewis. He had Skolin, didn't find him. When Skolin's open, you have got to get him the ball. In the middle, big guy. Lewis fouled. And I think Fuller might have drawn the foul.
Yes, Fuller is going to get the call. Daryl Fuller.
44, Daryl Fuller.
7 foot
A little
freshman.
bit unusual, the strategy being employed here, playing these substitutes so long here at the end of the half for St. Thomas Aquinas. It has actually allowed Daemen to change the flow of the game a little bit.
And get back into it.
Minutes. I think with Fuller out there and Marsh, shot is short by Lewis. Rebound Robinson. 2-shot attempt, so one more shot coming.
A lot of action there.
Everybody fell asleep.
Robinson with a great rebound. Stole that one.
And there's a reason behind it. James Davis enters the game. First opportunity to watch James Davis, number 4, play for St. Thomas Aquinas. And the shot good.
19 points in the ball game for Chris Lewis, leading scorer in the game.
Count is 52-45 with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Daemen is clawed back in the game. They can get into the locker room trailing by 3 points. That'd be like a victory. They're down 5. 30 seconds to go, and the shot clock at 25. Great defense, great defense. 5-second call, and the Warriors have it. Great defense by the Warriors of Daemen. And interesting, talking to the coach, Rob Holford Jr. before the game, this is like a grudge match because a lot of players on Daemen are from the New York City area.
Is that right? Players know each other from their high school days.
And from the schoolyard. 10 seconds to go. First half. The Warriors convert here. They can cut it to 3, maybe 2 with a 3-pointer by halftime. Tough shot, Skolin, yes.
Whoa, yeah.
Beautiful shot. He baked it in. The buzzer sounds as the horn goes off.
What a run.
The score at halftime, and a good one. St. Thomas Aquinas running Spartans 50 and the Daemen Warriors 47. So the Warriors, Frank, roar back from a 10-point deficit and knock it down to a 3-point game at halftime, and they're right back in this ball game.
No doubt about it.
Let's come right in over here. First half, your club got down by over 10 points, and you came right back, and you're right back in the contest now at 50-47. And tell me about your impressions of that first half.
I thought it was a good ball game, Warren.
4. Mike Bliss unable to score there in the first half. Dave Skolin with 13, including 2 3-point field goals. Or check that, including 3 3-point field goals. He's been their 3-point shooter in this ball game. Chris Lewis, as we said, has 19. He leads the team. Alexander Noir has not scored yet, and Jamie Seitz left, I believe, with an injury and did not score. So the starting unit to open up the second half for Daemen will be Bliss, number 55, with Robinson handling the ball, number 12. And also out there, Jeff Eady, number 21, Dave Skolin, 22, as Daemen will be looking to inbound, and Chris Lewis, number 35. For St. Thomas Aquinas, They'll start out there with number 33, Corey Brown, pressuring the ball along with number 12, Roosevelt Byers. Big number 45, Kurt Middleton's in the center position, along with number 43, Frank Giddings, getting the start. Skolin on a drive, lays it up and in to open the second half. Skolin with his 15th point now of the ball game, and they cut the lead to 1. Also out there, number 32, getting the start here in the second half, Sam Harris for St. Thomas Aquinas. Play underneath, laid up and in off the glass, and we've got a foul call as Lewis tipped the fingertips, apparently, of the shooter, number 43, with a great chance, and Giddens cashed it in. Giddens now with 8 points. And he'll be looking for his third free throw attempt and the completion of the three-point play here. A note handed to us as we make ready to start the second half. It came at halftime. Mary Del Signer out of Daemen College, a 5'9" sophomore forward out of Niagara Falls High School in Niagara Falls, was the player of the week in ladies play for Daemen. That free throw is up and no good by Giddens. That's Edie with the ball. He's double teamed. Good pressure defense for St. Thomas Aquinas. Skolin off his fingertips, and Daemen picks up their 16th turnover of the ball game. Just underway here in the second half. This is Roosevelt Byers handling the ball. Thought about taking the jump shot. They swing it out. Number 33 checking into the game. A tipped up rebound. Loose ball. We'll get over the back call against number 43, Frank Giddens. And Corey Brown put the shot up from over the three-point line. That one did not fall, so Daemen takes possession on the turnover.
The second half just underway, 52-49 in favor of the visitors by 3 points. Teams have changed baskets and going from left to right on your screen now. The Daemen Warriors bringing the ball up the court. Number 12, Robert Robertson, tried to drop it into Lewis. It was tipped away, came back to Robinson. He shoots up what amounts to almost an air ball, Frankie. Hits part of the glass. Good dish off. And then Clark fumbled it and he traveled.
Took a little too long after he got possession of the ball. 14th turnover by St. Thomas.
Now Daemen in perfect position here to make a run to start the second half.
Well, it's been a long time since they've had a lead in this contest. That came when we were in single digits, I believe. Nice drive.
Great drive, and he left it short. Leaving it short was Robinson. Stolen and then taken back. And bringing it up court is Corey Brown. Corey Brown, nice move to the basket. Over Bliss, missed the shot. And it's back, and the shot put back up, no good by Middleton. Rebound into Brown, the guard, and he lays it in. Boy, Daemen getting hammered on the board.
Oh, no doubt about it. They can't allow that to happen if they're going to win this game. Second, third, and fourth opportunities that time for St. Thomas Aquinas. Nobody wanted to take charge out there. Hold on to that basketball.
They'll lead back up to 5, 2 minutes into the second half. 18 minutes to go in the game. And here's Skolin, in and out, no good. And off of St. Thomas Aquinas. Edie went in there for the rebound. He got muscled out of there.
Good hustle on the ball, though, after they had the miscue from Skolin. Skolin really gets a quick shot off from anywhere on the court. Doesn't really get a good chance to set up and score at the basket, but he's made so many of them, you can't fault his style at all.
Boy, it seems like even when Skolin misses, he's right on the money with the shot. Lewis, oh, that's when a guy's confident. He knows he's going to score. He can double and triple bump, reverse his feet there a little bit, and make the shot.
He has 21 points now in the contest. Look at this for 3.
Shot off the mark by Alvarez, and the rebound to Edie.
Bad pass.
Stolen away, and Brown has it.
Terrible pass that time from Edie. Had a nice rebound, cleaned up real well, and a lazy pass. Didn't see the man coming in. Corey Brown took it away from him.
Brown does not shoot that often. Knocked out of bounds away from the guard Byers, and it belongs to St. Thomas Aquinas.
Officials letting him play out there. Ben Blumen, by the way, along with John Nuorta.
Talking to Ben Blumen in the dressing room, wishes happy holidays. In the middle, Alvarez tied up.
Possession here. Let's see where the ball goes. It will stay St. Thomas Aquinas. Don Silveri with his assistant, Tim Everly.
On the inbound, Alvarez took an awful long time. He got it into Brown, the guard, and Brown shot it, and it went underneath the basket. Look at this move by Robinson. He's ahead of the pack. Robinson spins, twists, lays it up and in.
A little bit of showtime that time for Robinson. Had a clean lane to the basket. Dribbled hard and spun into 360 almost to get the ball up and in. Good effort on his part.
Outside shot, Alvarez all net, and he's got a three-point shot. Somebody's got to come out and meet him.
See Don Silveri, well, they had the lead down to 1 point, 54-53. They're right in the ball game. A little bit of run on that turn. A great play by Robinson. And you see Alvarez come back, cool as a cucumber, and fire one up from three-point land. Hits on his 4th three-pointer of this ball game for his 12th point.
Hook shot by Bliss, so he's finally on the board.
Now Mike Bliss with his first basket, an 8-foot jump hook, though. Tough shot for him to make. Nothing easy today for Mike Bliss.
2-point game, shot inside, perfect for Frank Giddens.
That's been stood by number 43.
Giddens awful tough inside the paint there. Bring it outside, Robinson deflected away. Luckily, it got through in there somehow to Edie, and he's fouled.
Oh,
and
talking
Edie,
to each other as they're on the floor there.
few
Edie.
words are spoken between Edie and the St. Thomas Aquinas player.
Corey Brown getting to know each other a little bit there on that missed opportunity. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Well, Coach Don Silveri wants to know if it was intentional or not.
Well, they're going to say no. Not an intentional foul, as Brown was doing a gentlemanly thing out there and holding the man up, preventing him from taking a hard spill.
Lewis, the scorer. Boy, he is a great scorer.
23 in the game now for Chris Lewis.
He is very tough to contain. 15:50 to go in the contest in regulation. Dropped inside. Giddens lost it. There's a turnover.
Strip. Good work.
Edie has it.
Good help on the backside that time to come up with a turnover.
Now that one shot that Bliss made might give him a lot of confidence, Frank. He hit that half jump hook. Dropped inside to Lewis, and he's fouled. He was held.
Going to get a call against number 43, Frank Giddens. And Giddens just picked up his 4th personal foul, and they immediately go to the bench. And who do they look for? They look for Kurt Clark. And Kurt Clark was the leading scorer, and still is the leading scorer in the ball game for St. Thomas Aquinas. Did not start the second half.
Yeah, that's a surprise that he's the leading scorer. He didn't start the game either, though, so he brought him off the bench. Lewis handling the ball is from the Bronx. Went to New York William H. Taft High School. In trouble. Robinson got it to Edie. Man-for-man defense by the visitors from St. Thomas Aquinas. Lewis, right side, he'll pump it up. Good. Lewis really on fire, and we've got a tie game at 59.
Let's start a new column for the numbers in this game for Chris Lewis.
Chris Lewis is going to try and carry the Warriors on his back. We've got a tie game. In the middle, Clark, he's back in the game. He lays it in, but he walked first.
Right
nice
there.
Offensive move by Clark.
It was a nice offensive move, and he just dragged his foot a little bit to get a better shot off at the basket. Made the shot, but they call the turnover. Now, for the first time in a long time, Daemen can take the lead.
The Daemen Warriors gunning for the lead right now. Shot no good. Bliss battling for the rebound.
Look at this.
Tapped around, grabbed by the Warriors player and taken away from Robinson. Here's a 4-on-1. And Skolin draws the foul. Harris made the layup, and he'll shoot for the three-point play.
Sam Harris with his 6th point, Skolin with his 2nd personal foul. And Harris will look to complete the three-point play here.
Well, at some point, I think when you're back on a 1 against 4, and you know how it is, Frank, you want to try and outguess the player making the pass, but sometimes you just have to give up the basket. Even though it's against all the natural tendencies of an athlete. A violation on Bliss, so a second chance for the three-point play.
Jeez, you don't want to see that happen.
You know what I mean, though? Sometimes just you're better off just laying back and giving up that 2 points. Of course, if it's a rec game, you don't do that.
Never.
You don't count those fouls. He missed them both. Bliss lost the ball, but got it to Lewis. A good athletic play. And here come the Warriors. Here comes Lewis. And he's fouled. You can almost mark down 2 points every time Lewis gets the ball now in this second half, as hot as he is.
Foul on number 12, Roosevelt Byers.
Looks like 4 fouls on Byers.
Yes, it is. Roosevelt picks up his 4th personal foul, according to our numbers. Well, let's see who they're going to give it to. Maybe they gave it to 22. Well, they...
Lewis's shot is good. He's having problems at the foul line. Almost missed that one. Almost left it short.
He's been to the line for 12 free throw attempts now. And he's missed on, let's see, 4 of them.
Yeah, that's not that bad. Second shot also good, but I think he's a little bit better than a 75%.
No, we have Byers down for 4 personal fouls. They've got him for 2, so we're going to have to readjust our statistics here.
Oh, they said 4 fouls on Byers. That's team fouls up on the board, or whatever they put on the board. Byers does have 4, according to the fellow next to me, what he said. Whoa, there's a jam-a-roo by Harris. Harris went in and just stuffed it with some kind of authority. Huh.
Sam wants to play more. Sam Harris with his 8th point. Sam made sure a little warning given off to number 42, Kurt Clark, for slapping the ball after the slam.
He says, take that. Good ball game, 63-61. We hope you're enjoying it at home for the holidays. Outside shot for 3. Robinson missed it. Rebound Clark. Clark has got to play the rest of the game the way he's playing. Here goes Brown, in for the layup.